Hello everyone, welcome. Today we're doing another part of the Building World Copperdale, and for this one I'm doing Founders Hall, just like the town hall. At first I was gonna make this lot, well, not this lot, but I was gonna have a library at in the lot that the library came in, which is the one right over there on the left side. But I figured I would make this a library because originally it was just a community space. But I figured this would be a good library, and maybe I could turn the other small space. I don't know, I'm kind of getting like a cemetery could fit there really well. So that's what I've done. Simply because for a town hall, I wasn't sure what lot type to use, because again, I was leaning towards the community space, but yeah, I just felt that maybe a library would be best just because I don't think I'll be able to make a library anywhere else. So yeah. How are you guys doing? I don't know if you guys heard about the new Sims or EA being sold to for the new company, whatever. I'm not really sure how that's gonna be. I know some people are hoping for the best outcome, but with business, you never know, you know? That's kind of unfortunate if it is, because it's such a, even though the game is very old, there still is there's a big community within this, so yeah, it's very, we'll see. Again, it's not, I believe it's not gonna happen till next year. I know it's kind of fortunate because as I'm building this World of Copper, I was like, is it gonna to stop playing, or we'll see. And yeah, let me know what you guys think about it, and if you guys probably know more like about it, because I've read a little bit. I haven't seen much of it about it or read much on it. So if it's gonna enlighten me, that would be nice. Much appreciated. But yeah, now back to the bill. I had to mention that just because I was reading about it a bit, very lightly. I mean, I didn't really pay too much attention. I was kind of busy, but yeah. All right, so for this town hall, I decided, just because originally I was going to do a community lot, I was thinking what kind of places or rooms would be necessary for this. I did a main like meeting hall, and I kind of decorated it, and you'll see these all later because I did. Well, obviously, I don't know why I had to mention that. But the meeting hall room, I kind of decorated it in a way that made it look like they are having a meeting about protecting maybe the forest, and just like oh my gosh, I'm blanking on the word, and my brother literally does this. Oh shoot. Well, that's embarrassing. But they protest for our activists for the environment. I feel like a meeting like that would be going on in this kind of area. I feel like, especially how green it is, you gotta protect nature and such. So I feel like maybe they'll have a meeting there. And did another room with the mayor's office, very little secretary desk. And then on the second floor, I did a tiny study area. Maybe all the research and the history of the town is like all their files and stuff. And then yeah, oh, one thing I want to say, that this changed. Originally I wanted to give that like chalet kind of garden kind of feel, but I said kind of twice right there. But I just felt that with this floor, it just stood out too much, especially from when you zoom out. So I changed it for a darker, like a gray, just to match the surrounding tile, like the ones you see on the road and the little piece of sidewalk, which I like more. And yeah, I also had to get rid of one of these mazes because, like I said, as it was going to be community space, I needed, or a marketplace from the community space item, I needed to have some stalls. But I ended up getting rid of this maze, but I have another maze, which you'll see in a bit, that I kept. I kept this one here just because it is bigger and more intricate of a maze. But not really that much, but it just felt bigger, so I kept it. But yeah, I ended up doing market space. I felt like maybe some little, they have some, what is it? The marketplaces on the weekends, and they have people from the community come together and maybe they sell their things. So I feel like that would be a nice addition to add, even though I ended up keeping this as a library lot. I just felt like that would work. Another build I did inside was maybe, I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, I did a chess tournament as well. I also did a room for probably AA meetings to be held, and maybe to support the like veterans and just people obviously in need. Yeah, I just thought of things that a local community would need, especially a small town, and how everyone can be just like a helping kind of place, and services would be nice. So that's what I went with. Um, Luckily, I mean, it's not really much of a library considering it's a library item, but there is a small, which you guys will see. Overall, I'm really happy with the build. I wasn't sure exactly how to go about the exterior. As you see, there are gonna be a few changes. But all in all, it came along not too bad. Um, I was a little like I really wanted this patio to work and give it outdoor space, but I feel like with doors, I couldn't find the right door for it to look decent enough. From the outside, so and then I was gonna do those what is it? Not trellis, the little ladder ivy decoration, but then obviously got rid of the well, not obviously, but I could have done it, but the way the windows are placed, it would be kind of it would just be bothering. But I felt like I don't know if, actually I'll have to think about it. I was thinking of spacing, but and because also there's a window and I have patio furniture down there, so I didn't want to block that. But I feel like you would want to go up there, and I feel like they would allow it given the view of the town. So I may change that, and I'm thinking about it. Yeah, it's fine if it intercepts a window. Honestly, it's just like decoration, a little overgrown with the ivy. But here I am changing out for the gray floor. I feel like that blends in much better. Not as like when I zoom out, I don't because when I was zooming out, I kept looking at the floor because it's so bright. Like this more neutral and fits way better. So much better. I don't know why I said it like that, but yeah. And I have this memorial thing, but I changed it for the herring one. I actually don't know. I was reading about it. I don't remember. I just remember herring fish, and obviously it's a fishing. Not obviously, but there's a lot of fishing spots in this town, so I just figured, yeah, I'll keep that one. Oh, and this is the secretary's office here. Um, Again, very small. I really had to make do with the spacing. And then here's the mayor's office, which I was able to obviously more space, but yeah, I really liked the look of it. Although very simple. Um, I feel like that's obviously not doesn't need to be crazy decorated. I just need the essentials. And then here we have the um meetings and stuff. That wall right there with that like wallpaper decoration. I know there's UFOs on it, but I feel like that could be like a good mural of like the map of the town or the town looked like before. That's kind of like the storyline I had with that. And yeah, I just have like some snacks on the table, and then here we have the um the typical conference room. And yeah, I also had trophies, just for the school, and also my crystals, just because the history of the mining in this small town. So I figured that would be a good addition. Just and I only chose rare crystals because I feel like that would be more likely to be showcased. And yeah, I also got rid of two of the bathrooms you see on, or one or two of the bathrooms, yeah, on the right side. I turned them into like showers. Maybe anyone who's getting help here can be, obviously take a bath, because they do have like some boxes of clothing and such for, obviously people need. Right there, the room up on the left was the like debate room where they talk about like changes they want to make to the town, stuff like that. And here's the little library slash like files room and such like that. And yeah, I really love the look of it. I know it's very like tight space, but I feel like given the small town of Copperdale, it doesn't need to be excessive. And then here we have the chess room or chess tournament taking place with trophies. I put a notebook for check-in, obviously the chess tables, the tournament just to be this room just for tournaments and things like that could be taken place in. And then here we have the counseling office, which again pretty simple, didn't do too much. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and enjoy the video tour.
out there.